music's coming a little bit. How's it going, guys? Wonder Wednesday's here, and I've got a special one for you today. We're going to work on a two-parter, so 2 pieces of this exercise, so the warm-up's going to be nice and quick so we can get this done. The first piece is going to be seen more as your strength piece, so try to challenge yourself as much as possible. Try to get as heavy a weight as possible, obviously within form. Form always comes first, and then the actual workout afterwards, which hopefully is going to be nice and fast, so then have a easier, it's been a long day, have an easier weight for that. Okay, so I'm going to warm you up. I'm going to talk you through the first part. I'm going to talk you through the second part. You want to have a nice weight, just something super easy and chill for your warm-up, and then as well as a clock for the workout, and then a slightly heavier weight, ideally for the strength part, and then whatever you have available for the second part. I'll talk you through it. We're going to step back. We're just going to do 20 high knees into 20 butt kicks, so just warming up the heart rate a little bit. Thinking about running those knees up nice and high. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Taking it back into our butt kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17, 18, 19, 20. Hang on to something if you need to. We're going to do 10 leg swings on each side. Just thinking about kicking up that leg nice and high, getting into the hamstrings without kicking anything forward or behind you. 10 in total on the one leg. Swapping it over. 10 in total on the other leg. I think this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, you want a weight, something chilled to grab onto. Try grab something to push you forward rather than have something to lean back on. So I don't want a wall or something that I can just chill here with. I want to actually be in a squat. Try have something forward to cantilever you, to just help you a little bit maintain that squat. From here onwards, we're thinking about driving the elbows into the knees, and then allowing that one arm to go up and you look up at the sky. 10 squat rotations. 3. Of course, if you don't need anything, then you don't need anything, that's fine. But it's nice to just have a little helping hand while you're warming up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do that another 2 more times, nice and quick, so we can be warm and ready. But high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into our butt kicks. 9, 20. Leg swings. 10 on each side. I hope we've all had a good week so far. I felt like today was Thursday. That's how long this week has been taking. But it's okay, because it's still good. It's still a good week. Just feeling a little bit longer than normal. I'm counting, so I'm assuming that's 10. Into our squat rotations. I can only do one thing at a time. Talking and counting is not one of them. Lovely. And last time, guys. Yeah, last time. Into our high knees. Getting those knees up nice and high. The camera dropped. That's why I stopped. Getting into those leg swings. Whew, my ankles. Alles. Feeling everything. thinking about today being a little bit more lower body orientated. So hopefully we haven't done legs, because if you want to do some more legs, that's what we're going for here today. And 10. Last time doing squat rotations, thinking about getting to the bottom of that squat, we're still on our heels, just doing my head and mind about me. We still want to be on those heels. We don't want to be too narrow, we don't want to be too wide. We want to sit in a nice comfortable squat. Like I said, have a little bit of weight. So I'm using this weight to allow me to pull back. The heavier the weight, the more help it will give. Just so I can concentrate on getting a nice full rotation as I'm sitting in the bottom of that squat. If we can't look all the way up, if we're not quite in this very deep squat position, that's okay. We're working on it, we're working on it. I'm going to do your last 2 and 1. Beautiful. So, our first piece of the workout today is an every minute on the minute for 9 minutes, where you try to challenge yourself in some way of holding an odd object or a heavier object. Like I said, always within reason. I always would rather have that squat look pretty than say that I used a heavier weight, but then my squat didn't look pretty. So if you obviously do have access to a gym, by all means you can do barbell squats and lunges. You can do heavy dumbbell, heavy kettlebell, whatever the case may be, whatever you have options to. If we are limited in weight, we are using odd objects, whatever, tables, chairs, heavy water bottles, fill them up with some sand, big nice heavy bags, whatever we can get our hands on. We're doing between 5 and 7 squats in a minute, trying to challenge ourselves as much as possible with weight. And then between 10 and 14 lunges in the next minute. And then we're going to alternate. Did I say? No, sorry, I meant, if I said 9 minutes, I meant 6. 6-minute EMOM, because we're going to do that 3 times. So directly, we're going to make it nice and quick. Without a rest minute. I think that was my previous thought, was that I'm going to do it 3 times, but we're actually going to do it 3 times without a rest minute. So we're going to go directly from squats into lunges without the rest minute. 2, 4, 6. You've got 3 opportunities to add weight if that is available to you. Otherwise, just challenge yourself in some or other way by doing the best you can. So in our first minute, we do anywhere you can choose between 5 and 7 squats, thinking about trying to get as low as you can with your heels staying on the floor, your knees are pushing out. So I'm holding whatever object I have. I can be holding something on my shoulder, I can be holding it at my chest if I've got a nice barbell, I can do front squats or back squats, and I'm doing anywhere between 5 and 7 reps. For the lunges, you're doing anything between 10 and 14. Again, completely up to you, depending on if you've got a slightly lower weight, you can do slightly more reps. If you've got a heavier weight, you can do less reps. We're not going anywhere near 1 rep maxes or something like that, especially if we're at home. We're not limited. We are limited to that sort of, we don't have that sort of weight with us. Well, some of us. From there onwards, I like a reverse lunge, holding again whatever weight you have available. A nice big step back. My knee touches the floor. I'm just resting here basically just to show you. But this very nice sharp angle where shin and knee are in one nice line. My weight is very nicely grounded in the heel, and I take a big step up and then meet my feet together. I'm not taking 2 random steps to meet each other in the middle. I'm taking 1 big step forward, 1 big step back. I'm not going 1, 2, then down, 1, 2. I'm not getting as much glute and hamstring activation like that. So by doing either front or reverse, I don't mind. But by taking 1 big step forward and 1 big step back, I'm making that leg work to its hardest. The exact same thing with the reverse lunge. I'm taking 1 big step back, and one big step forward, and making those legs work as much as they can in one rep. Okay? Obviously, if we do not have access to any weight, which I'm sure is very unlikely, because like I said, there's water bottles, there's bags, there's children's toys, there's tables, there's chairs, there's anything safe that you can hold that. So this is where a clock comes in. I'm using a dummy cell phone that it still has a clock on it, luckily. It tends to not always like working because it's a shame, it's an old phone, but it does its best. It does its best. So I've got my clock function on here. I'm going to do a stopwatch. Every minute, on the minute, we're going to either be doing 5 to 7 squats or 10 to 40 lunges, but I'll help you call it out right now. So 3, 2, 1, we're starting with our squats. I need something to hold on to. I'm going to hold on to a kettlebell. So 3, 2, 1, and let's do our squats. Anywhere between 5 and 7, you decide. But try to stick to it. So don't do 5 the one round and then 10 the next round and then 4 the next round. Stick to it. So now we rest for the remainder of the minute. We've got a nice rest to just recover. Going into those lunges, we're a little bit more fresh. So now anything between 10 and 14, meaning 5 per leg or up to 7 per leg, you decide. We've got 10 seconds. You can hold it any way you like because obviously we've all got very different weights. I'll try a front lunge for a change, and let's go. So that's 1, 2, lovely. Again, done, we rest for the remainder of the minute. If that was challenging, if you can, obviously go up in weight, try to go up in weight. If you cannot, obviously just continue doing that. Maybe up the reps a little bit, but make sure you're not pushing yourself to the point that you think on the next round you're going to bomb and fail or not be able to do as many reps. So we're going to go again from the squats again. That was 1 round done. We've got another 2 more. 2, 1, and let's go again and get those squats done. We're pushing our weight back, keeping our heels down on the floor, pushing those knees away from each other so that you don't have a little knock knee. You want to make that bum work for it. And we rest. Should be getting a good 30 to 40 seconds rest, guys. Don't do so much weight that you're only getting like 10 seconds rest. Or don't do so many reps that you're only getting like 10 seconds rest either. That changes the style of the workout. We want to try to challenge ourselves with weight. Have time to recover to go again and use a nice heavy weight still. And lunges, let's go. I don't know if you can hear it, but my one knee clicks every time, and it's a new thing. There's no pain with it, but it's very strange. I really don't like it. So that's going on with me. We're going on to our last round now, guys. We've got 1 more of each. If you want to try to push the reps a little bit on this one, you can. Oh, doing good. Get that booty working. 2, 1, and let's go. Last time doing squats. Yeah. I didn't even bring my water. Our next workout that's coming up is a lot of fun. I hope you watched the games this weekend. It was very exciting. We've been doing a couple of games workouts now this week, and they've been brutal, and it just refreshes you to know like how incredible those human beings are, and how amazing it is to almost feel like what they were feeling in any form of way. 2, 1, and let's go. Last set of lunges. I just hear my knee click. Lovely, lovely. So, finishing up that minute. We've still got another 30 seconds, so I'm going to chat. I hope you guys are all doing so good. Doing good? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to chat you through this next piece. So it's going to be a super sprinty workout. 20 of everything, 10 of everything, 5 of everything. So technically we're halving everything as we go along. We're going to do cleans. So getting whatever weight you have from the floor up to your shoulder. So if it's one big weight, you can obviously hold it any way you like. Let's just say it's a kettlebell. If it's a heavy kettlebell, you can hold it with both hands and literally just get it straight up to your chest. If it's a slightly lighter kettlebell, you can hold it with one hand and get it to your shoulder. Obviously you can alternate shoulders then. If you've got the benefit of doing 2 weights, you can have both weights. If you've got a big bag, you can hold the bag on each side and just get it to your shoulders. Obviously be careful that you don't hit your head at any stage. And then the second movement is a tuck up. So I didn't want to do just plain and simple sit-ups. I wanted to do a tuck up. If at any stage this is very hard for you and starts hurting the lower back, then of course you can change to a sit-up, or you can just change to a hollow hold and try holding in seconds. But the hollow tuck up, it's almost like a Russian twist. You're just extending and expanding in that Russian twist sort of position. So we're sitting sort of on the coccyx, top of the bum. We're thinking about extending and then coming back. You can touch your hands together, I like that. Otherwise, just think about tucking as much as you can. Feet are off the floor, shoulders are off the floor as we go back down, and then we come back up. Try not let your shoulders and feet touch the floor in between reps. Only if you actually need to take a break, then do you put your feet down. But the idea isn't to flop down on the floor in between reps. It's to keep tension and actually get a little bit of strength in that core. So we need something to clean, and we need maybe a mat if we don't like our floor to do tuck-ups on. And the rep scheme is going to be very quick, 20 of everything. So 20 cleans, 20 tuck-ups, then 10 and 10, and then 5 and 5, and we're done. The point of this is that that weight is not that heavy. Ideally, you should be able to even go unbroken, or at least just hang on for bigger sets. Try get it done as fast as possible. So we've sort of done our strength for the day, and now we're going onto our sprint for the day. So we really want to challenge our heart rate in this piece now. Okay. So I'm going to grab 2 weights because I have availability to them. But if you do not, that's absolutely okay. So if we've got 2 individual weights, we're thinking about touching the floor getting it through onto our shoulders. With the dumbbell, it would obviously rest on the shoulders. We don't want elbows to be out. We want elbows to be nice and tucked in. But very much depending on what weight you have, it might very much change the movement a little bit. So I'm going to put the clock on. And we're going to do this. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Our cleaning, keeping that flat back, getting it to the shoulders. Twenty tuck-ups. Try to stay in film here. Okay, try and keep tension. Whoops. Without hitting my ankles. Those for sure. It's not very quickly 10 of everything. Let's get it. Break, guys, it's no problem. No problem. Woo. Last time, guys. That was far too easy. I did that in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes 40. So have a little bit of fun with that, guys. Go nice and fast. If you really want to challenge yourself with just slightly more reps, you could do a 30-20-10. But finishing off, get into a nice lunge position. Really think about tucking the pelvis, so tying your hip bone and your ribs together, squeezing that, push forward, the same leg that's down, take that up and over, holding it there. It should be nicely getting into the hip flexor. Wow, definitely got me sweating and my heart rate up as usual. Taking the foot in front of you, straightening it out. So we were in a lunge position. Now we want to flex our foot towards us. The leg is dead straight. We want to hinge over, try to keep the chest nice and round. And if we can, touch the floor. Otherwise, we might just be here on the leg. Don't put too much pressure on it though. Or we could have something on either side of us to just prop us up a little bit. But we want to try to reach our chin over to our toe and not just curl like a flamingo down to our knee. We really want to think about reaching up and over. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into a little bit pigeon pose. Coming down. Try get this leg as parallel as possible, so a nice 90-degree line. If you very much struggle, then tuck it in, but do not collapse onto that side. We want to keep the hips up and over. Try to think about touching your foot to that hip bone. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1, and then we're simply changing sides. So other leg comes forward. Again, I think about tucking that hip, coming over with that arm. Really think about feeling it here, so we're not just pulling down and just relaxing into the lower back. We've got quite a short, tight lunge, but we're really thinking about getting the butt to the floor, pushing forward. If you really don't feel it, then an advancement, we're taking that hand up and over. I like to take it up and over anyway, but I definitely feel it in my hip even without taking my hand over. The hand up is just a nice little bonus. Straightening out this front leg, coming down, reaching that foot, that chin over to that foot. Holding it here. Concentrate on your breath. Nice deep breaths to lower that heart rate back down, as we want to do when we cool down. Getting into a nice little lunge position. Pigeon position. It's been a very long day. I'm very happy that I'm at home now to relax. Even though I'm not really relaxing, I've still got admin to do. But it's the joys of life. The joys of life. To at least enjoy the good moments, the small things in life, right? Totally. Coming into a nice little squat. Last time. Relax it out here. Drive your elbows into your knees and just chill here. I'm on my heels and I'm just floating through this position from heel to heel, getting nicely into my groin. And then I'm going to pop my hands down on the floor. I'm going to push my bum up to the sky and I'm going to roll up very slowly in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done! Have an awesome day, guys. Check you on Friday as always for some fitness talks with me and my Strong World group. If you are not in it, please get in it. I love helping people. Whatever you're struggling with, pop me a message, let me know. I'm always encouraging to help. I'm always encouraging to try different things to help in any way possible. So yeah, let me know what you could potentially be needing help with and let me potentially try and always help. Have an awesome week, guys. Thanks so much.